In this video, we're going to look at these two problems on page 17 of the 6.4 slides. So first off, we've got, suppose an investor has decided to purchase shares in the stocks of 2 aerospace companies, 2 energy development companies, and 2 electronics companies. In how many ways can the investor select a group of 6 companies for the investment from a recommended list of 5 aerospace companies, 3 energy companies, and 4 electronics companies? So, close that up for the moment. We are looking to choose 2 of each of these companies when we're given 5 aerospace companies and 3 energy and 4 electronics. Now, it doesn't matter in which order these are chosen. We're going to assume that the investor is just going to invest the same amount of money in each company. So we will just say that that's C of 5, 2, the number of combinations of 5 items taken 2 at a time, times C of 3, 2, the number of combinations of 3 items taken 2 at a time, times C of 4, 2, which is the number of combinations of 4 items taken 2 at a time. So C of 5, 2 will be 5 factorial over 2 factorial times 5 minus 3 is 3 factorial times 3 factorial times 2 factorial times 3 minus 2 is 1 factorial times 4 factorial over 2 factorial times 4 minus 2 is 2 factorial. That gives us 5 times 4 times 3 factorial over 3 factorial times 2 times 3 times 2 factorial over 2 factorial, since 1 factorial is just 1, times 4 factorial, 4 times 3 times 2 factorial over 2 factorial times 2, since 2 factorial is just 2. So we'll cancel those, like so. We'll cancel these, and we will cancel like so here, which gives us 10 times 3 times 6 is 180 different ways of investing in these companies. Our next question the Futurists, a rock group, are planning on a concert tour with performances to be given in 5 cities: San Francisco, Los Angeles, San Diego, Denver, and Las Vegas. In how many ways can they arrange their itinerary if A, there are no restrictions, and B, the 3 performances in California must be given consecutively? Well, there are different ways to go about this. If it doesn't matter, if the order doesn't matter, if they can do this in any order, if there are no restrictions, I should say, because the order definitely matters, then we're looking at P of 5, 5, the number of ways that we can arrange 5 items, or rather the number of permutations of 5 items taken 5 at a time. And we know that P55 is going to be 5 factorial, and that's 120 different ways. Now for B, it's a little more complicated, because instead of taking 5 items 5 at a time, now we are taking 5 items, but 3 specific ones have to go together, and their order matters. So we're not looking at a simple permutation or computation problem. we're going to do some, we're looking at the permutations of 3 items, taken 3 at a time, which is of course 3 factorial, which is 6. We'll need that. And then it depends pretty much solely on when they play Denver and Las Vegas. So let's consider it this way. They can do their 3 California shows first. That's 6 factorial times 2 factorial, or 2. Sorry, that's 6 times 2 factorial, which is just 6 times 2, which is 12. There are 12 ways for them to do that because they can play the 3 shows in California 3 ways, and then either Denver next or Las Vegas next, and then the other one last. If they play their 3 California shows first, then they've got 2 factorial times 6, which is just 2 times 6, which is 12 again. Because here, they play their 2 shows, they play their 2 shows in Denver and Las Vegas, and then they play their shows in California in any order. Or they can play a show in Denver or Las Vegas first, then go to California, then go back to Denver or Las Vegas. Again, this is 2 factorial times 6, or just 2 times 6, which is 12. So basically what we're seeing is there are 3 ways to arrange this, and that is going to be 36 total ways. There is another way to do this. You can do p33 times p33, which is going to be 3 factorial times 3 factorial, which is 6 times 6, or 36. But I think that's less intuitive than what we did here. That is it for this slide. If you have any questions, get in touch.